It's January 31st, 2012. I'm Curtis Hollister, and you're watching 52-Week Low, the show that profiles public companies at around their 52-week low. Joining me today is Robert Weinstein from paytotrade.com, and we're going to be talking about Geron Corporation, trading under the symbol GERN on NASDAQ. Robert, welcome to 52-Week Low.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Geron Corporation, these are a small cap company, 260 million in market cap. They're trading some monster shares around $1.5 million a day on average. Today they did just under 700,000. They're trading at or around their 52-week low at $1.98. What's your opinion on the company?
What makes Geron attractive to me is the technical point of view. They recently made the 52-week low last month, but it's also bounced off and just about closed the gap after the news of the stealth sim research being halted happened. And now the stock is moving past the 60 and the 90-day moving average and has a very nice trend line back upwards.
So it's on a good vector. I mean, stem cells have been a bone of contention in the United States for a long time. There's a lot of other companies that are a lot of other countries that are pushing ahead with stem cell related research, and some of those jurisdictions are focusing on where the stem cells are being harvested from. Is this just a dead deal in the future for these guys, or do you think they'll possibly resurrect it?
Yeah, on the stem cell research front, it looks like that's going to be done. They had issues with harvesting embryonic stem cells, and currently the company is primarily focused on just selling the assets to that type of research, or possibly finding a partner to move forward with. But they are developing some other interesting products, several of which are in phase 2. They're cancer therapies, and they have telomerase inhibitors that are being evaluated that are primarily focused on lung cancer, breast cancer, multiple melanoma, and some other type of cancers.
Which are the big categories, obviously, as far as the numbers of occurrences within the market. So
Right.
a lot of these like small cap biotech stocks, I mean, it just really depends on where they're trading out behind who are the guys trading the stock typically. It can go up really big numbers, trading numbers, and then it goes down, and then it goes up, and then it goes down. It's a fairly schizophrenic behavior, and there's obviously a lot of online retail traders within this space. What's your future looking for this stock? Is it long? Is it short? What do you see the target?
Right. Typically for a stock under $5 a share, I'm actually looking to short it. Geron is currently trading for about $2 a share, and that's usually a bankruptcy candidate. In this case, it's somewhat the exception to the rule, and they have over $1 per share in cash. Mm-hmm. And also what I find interesting is the short interest in the company has fallen quite a bit. There was a little bit over, or approximately 9 million shares that were shorted, and that has fallen down to under 8 million shares as of the last reporting period. Gotcha.
So it seems like they're starting to make the trend back up. You're a very technical trader when you're looking at this from an analysis point of view. I mean, how do you see the trade? Is it what are the charts that are making up the trade for you that keeps it of interest? And are you long in these guys, or are you holding this stock? Are you planning on holding this stock?
Right. I'm looking at putting on a long position this week. Typically, I would like to either sell puts or write covered calls for a company like this. But with the price approximately $2 a share, buying the stock is pretty much like buying an option that just never expires. Pharmaceutical companies that are in phase 2 and phase 3 are typically binary type of plays. They either shoot off like a rocket, or they do nothing, or they go out of business. But at $2 a share, I could realistically see this being a double or more 6 months, 12 months out from now.
Yeah, and typically a lot of them are, it's like they live and die by every press release that they put out. So depending on the kind of press releases and partnerships and the pedigree of the partners that they're actually doing with that, all of a sudden you get some pretty serious spikes in a small cap company like this, you've doubled, tripled, or quadrupled your value in a very short period of time, typically.
Right, that's very true. The stock gapped down after the news of the stem cell research being halted. If they do find a partner or somebody to just buy out the assets of the research, it certainly could gap up higher and do so very quickly for maybe 20 or 30%.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that'll probably be an international partner, depending on given the temperature for stem cell research within the United States, I'm imagining.
It certainly could be. I think the stem cell research, especially for the research that uses embryonic cells, does appear to be moving away from the United States.
Gotcha. So you have a target over the next 6 months of what for this stock in best case scenario, worst case scenario?
Best case scenario, easily a double. Worst case scenario, it could go to zero, I would imagine. But and they will need a partner. Management recently had a news conference. They will need a partner to continue on into phase 3 of some of the research. But if the data comes out and it's promising at all, it's very realistic that they will find that partner and be able to continue on. And with news like that coming out, certainly a 50% increase is very realistic. I myself will be looking to put that position on this week, maybe as soon as tomorrow, and I will be looking for at least a 50% appreciation.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Robert, thanks so much for your time. It's always great to see your technical insights and where the stock is going. If you'd like more information on Robert Weinstein's stock picks and analysis, you can visit paidtotrade.com. Otherwise, please visit investorchannel.tv for all your videos from public issuers and industry experts. I'm Curtis Hollister, and thank you for watching 52 Week Low.